Right, let's talk to Brian May. His band boasts the highest-selling album in UK chart history. He's an astrophysicist, he's an artist, he's an author, and now he can list persuading the late Queen to play one of his greatest hits as one of his incredible achievements.
And he's now ventured deep into the fascinating world of stereoscopy, which sounds like a medical procedure, but is in fact a way to enjoy 3D photographs. I've been trying it all evening, trying to make, basically you have two pictures on the page, which you can see that. There are two pictures, and you put these glasses and you stare at them very closely, and they become 3D. And I think we need to talk to Brian May to find out how to make it work. He's talking to us from his latest exhibition of stereoscopy photography. And there he is. Brian, how does it work? Guide us. Guide us.
Good morning. It's a very early morning. Yeah, it works very easily, really. It just works like looking around you in real life. You have one of these viewers and you get as close as you can to the card. Well, not as close as you can, but fairly close. And the stereoscope does it for you. We have lots of them here, as you can see, so everybody who comes in will have one of these in their hand. And you have basically two pictures which look the same, but they're not the same. They've been taken from different viewpoints corresponding to your two eyes. And it's a long established principle that if you give the right eye and the left eye the right information, they will reproduce the effect that you had when you were actually looking at the scene in real life. So it's 3D, but in Victorian times it was stereoscopy. So this is all about stereoscopy is good for you. And it's been a kind of lifelong passion for me.
Yeah.
I've got to say I'm really struggling with it, but I think I'm just not trained, Brian. I couldn't play the guitar like you, nor can I hold the glasses the right way. So I need to come to the exhibition and actually have a lesson, because it's actually quite challenging.
Come down here and we'll
right
sort
place.
you out. Absolutely, yes.
Where's the
This exhibition's going to be here for 5 months, which is great. So
Where
you've
is
got
it,
lots of
Brian?
time to come down and try it
It might
out.
take me 5 months.
We're just near Charing Cross in the Proud Galleries, Charing Cross.
Well, I know you
And
have...
tonight is the grand opening.
OK, well, you have so many different interests, don't you, Brian? And obviously, I mean, it's an unusual one. I'd never heard the word before.
No.
But it looks very interactive. It's very beautiful. I know that, you want to photograph beauty and hope. I want to take you just back to this remarkable moment, Brian, when you managed to persuade our wonderful late Queen to take part in the beat of We Will Rock You. It's one of the moments of Platinum Jubilee celebrations that everybody was moved by. It's played over and over again. But that moment where she uses the teaspoon to just clink the teacup.
It's brilliant.
What was that like for you?
Yeah, it's a very proud moment, really, yes. I mean, this is a proud moment because we're in the Proud Galleries, but that was a proud moment. I didn't actually personally persuade her. I don't want to give you any false impressions. It was done through many intermediaries, like the BBC and the people who were organising the show. But obviously somebody had to... I mean, I'm not ready to tell the whole story yet, but somebody had to arrange it, and obviously I thought, well, the best way to start this thing is with We Will Rock You, because it's the most recognisable thing, it's the most iconic thing. And I just thought, wouldn't it be great if we had the guards playing it, the military band playing, etc. So I did a little demo of how I thought it could be, and then I thought, well, wouldn't it be great if the Queen could start it? Now, I think probably the BBC had the same idea. I think probably great minds had a single thought. But they didn't actually come back to me. They said, no, we can't talk about this, we can't talk about this. And I said, well, obviously if we can't get the Queen, maybe we'll get someone royal. Who knows who we could get. But there was a deafening silence for a long time until like the evening before the show, and then finally we were told, yes, we got Her Majesty, and she's hitting something. She wasn't... I actually asked for her to be tapping a pencil, but they got her doing the teacups, which I think was a masterstroke. And of course, Paddington Bear was the icing on the cake. And I didn't think of that. The BBC thought of that, or somebody thought of that, the BBC.
Wow.
And taking us back to the book, Brian, the big debate of my childhood.
Yes,
I think you are around the same age as me. Ready Brek or Weetabix? Which was your choice and why?
Weetabix.
And why?
Weetabix. Well, you always used to get a toy in your in your cereal packets when I was a kid. I guess it's not allowed these days, but you would open up your cereal packet and there was something wonderful, like a little plastic plane or something. And in Weetabix, there was a little card, something like this, but smaller. And it had 2 pictures on, which looked the same. And I thought, well, what does this do? Turn it over, it says, send off 1 6 and a packet top, and we will send you your stereo viewer, your 3D viewer. So I did that, put the card in the viewer, and it was a hippo. And previously, it had been 2 flat hippos on this piece of paper. And suddenly, now, in the viewer, it was a hippo that I felt I could fall into, like its mouth was open, I could almost smell its breath. And I thought, this is incredible, this is 3D. Why doesn't everybody do this the whole time?
Well,
that's
moment,
why
Brian,
we're doing this. This is like 3D coming home.
In that moment, Stereoscopy was born.
Yeah.
And decades later, you're in a gallery
Well, for me, yes,
doing an
yes.
exhibition. Amazing. Brilliant.
Yeah, and the book is great because the book is modern stereo. The book is people all around the world getting into it and showing us what lockdown was like for them during that terrible COVID period, which we hope we won't return to. So the book's all about hope and inspiration during hard times.
I've got to say, 1 and 6 slightly dates you there, though. I think that means you're slightly older than me because I think we're in decimal by the time I was emo.
1 and
Weetabix,
6.
but there we are.
Yeah, I'm older than everyone.
Oh,
Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
it's always inspiring listening to you, Brian.
Great, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks so much. All the very
bless.
best
Cheers.
for the exhibition.
Have a stereoscopic day.
It's not a procedure.